How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And as you can see from the title, Brighton to get relegated. Yeah, you guys have been clickbaited. Or are you, is the question, to be honest. Because today we're going to be giving Brighton's predictions until the end of the season. We're going to go through every single game. We're going to go through the season as it has already been already. And we're going to go through our last few fixtures and see whether we'll win, lose or draw. And give you a prediction of my table standings at the end of the season. Now, before I do that, if you can subscribe to my channel and follow my Instagram, that would be absolutely brilliant of you guys if you could do so. Follow my Instagram, it's on the screen now. I'm trying to get 10,000 followers on that platform by the end of the year. If you want more Brighton content, smash a like on this upload. 150 likes would be fantastically appreciated. And without further ado, let's get into this video. It's yet again another relegation battle this year, but we're going to go through the dilemma and see whether it will stay up or not. I can always talk and give my opinion on the side of things, but it's the players' responsibility to get the points, to keep us up. I'll tell you what, I think if we stay up this year, the next few seasons to come is going to be very special. So let's recap on the season quite quickly, because this year has been just a story of not being able to score. Neil Maupay has missed more chances this season than I've been out of my house for the last year. It hasn't just been Maupay, there's been loads of players on the pitch like Trossard as well. Becker's missed a few chances. There's a lot of players on the pitch. Oh god, Aaron Connolly, I think he's missed about 4 open goals this season, if I'm being honest, and he's been barely playing. It must be down to mentality where they're through on goal and absolutely just go bonkers in their brain, because I'm not too sure how a professional footballer can miss as many chances as these forwards and attackers do miss. Let's not forget here that we are one of the best footballing sides in this division, yet being 16th in the league. I'm going to do a Fogden here, but it's a very big statement if you ask me. We can play the most attractive football, play it around the back, tiki-taka this, tiki-taka that, create the chances, but when it comes to the end product, that's where we lack, and we don't have the mentality, we don't have that quality to finish the chance, which that chance did deserve to get finished on. Missing penalties this year has been a big example. In the Liverpool game, we weren't at 0-0, we're all over Liverpool that first half, and we had a penalty when Neil Maupay didn't even hit the target. Another example of this is West Brom away, where we did lose 1-0, and generally I do not know how we lost that game at all. Kyle Bartley made it 1-0 to the home side when Pascal Gross missed a penalty and hit the bar. In the second half, Danny Welbeck had a penalty and he hits the post. And I do not get how we are dropping this many points from positions where we should not be losing or even missing these chances. We've shown our quality this season on many occasions, and that I am delighted to see, and the progress we've made in the last year or two with a progression of even changing from Chris Hughton's defensive style into the attacking, fluid attacking style we have under Graham Potter. I think it's really fantastic to see, and the future of Brighton looks very good if we stay up this year. We've also got the quality to beat the top sides. Tottenham in the same week as beating Liverpool, we beat them both, got 6 points, 2 1-0 wins. You can't ask for much more than that. If we can stay up this year and bring in a clinical number 9 striker to have in our team for next season, I heard Haaland's cousin or brother, I mean, he's been smashing it in his league, and to be fair, you've seen the story of actual Erling Haaland, so I think we should actually go for his cousin, and hopefully we have a little similar replica, because back in the day, Brighton were actually interested in signing Erling Haaland. Now look at him. He's an absolute machine. Now then, moving on to the next part, where if I do not mention this, I will start shaking, and it is the XG. Wow, I think this is Brighton's favourite Twitter account, I must admit. Favourite or worst at the same time, because it can go through 2 emotions, whether if we win a game but have less XG, it's quite funny to look at, and to be fair, that's been a rare occasion, but an example of that is actually beating Southampton. We had less XG when Southampton, we finally won a game. But also the worst side of the XG is seeing the games where we should have won, and you know what, if you want to see the XG graph on where we should be right now due to expected goals, this is the graph, and this is where the position we should be in right now. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing the image correctly. We should be 5th in the table, just behind top 4. If we put our chances away and had a striker like Harry Kane, a striker like Aubameyang, let's say, we would be 5th in the table, folks. 5th in the table. Do you not understand? Little old Brighton, expected goals. If we put them away, we would be there. It would be there. Europa League. And this is why it's so vital to stay up this year, because the progression of Brighton and Hove Albion is very high, and very likely that we can kick on from next year and actually keep on going higher and higher. The last few years has been us establishing ourselves in the Premier League top flight division, and then on we can keep progressing. As you know, the long-term plan is to be in the Europa League spaces and being a top-end Premier League club. To do that, you need to adapt well, have the right manager, have the right philosophy behind the scenes at the club, and that is exactly what we've got. And staying up this year is absolutely vital we do so. Do I think next year Brighton are going to be finishing top 4 because of this XG? No, I do not think that, but it's all about progression and seeing progress every single year. This year shows that our performances week in, week out, like even against the top sides, have been up there and top draw. And from that, we know the aim in the summer is to get a number 9 striker in and actually have a goal scorer in the side. And by having that clinical striker, we'll accumulate more points going into the next season. Hopefully, you can see some progression in Brighton's side next year if we stay up. As much as I don't think Brighton will go down, I've got to clarify this because what if we do go down? This video is going to come back to haunt me, so I've kind of got to clarify it at the same time. Newcastle are worse than us. Fulham, I think, are actually a very decent side, if I must admit, and I don't think they're too good to go down, let's put it that way, but they've kind of got the same situation as us, where they can't really score the goals right now. They're defensively very good, but scoring the goals is a little bit of an issue. Right then, with Brighton playing 29 games, we have 9 games remaining of this Premier League 2020-21 season, so let's go through the fixtures and see where we can potentially pick up some points come the end of the season. The next game for Brighton after the international break is Manchester United at Old Trafford, and to be honest with you, Man United are better away than they are playing at home. As you've seen recently, Leicester have actually gone on to beat Man United in the FA Cup, so Man United, all they have to really play for is the Europa League. So this Premier League fixture for us is going to be vital, whereas they might not put all the effort into this Premier League game due to the fact that they've got more priorities in actually winning the Europa League now after being knocked out in the FA Cup. I want to say we'll win that game and be really optimistic, but for the video's sake and the less delusional part of me, I'm going to say we're either going to draw or lose that game. There could be a potential for a draw if we play as we've been the last 3 games, and to be honest with you, I can expect a loss because of the top quality players they do possess. After Man United, we've got Everton at home. You've seen they're very defensively solid and attacking wise too. They can score some goals with Calvert-Lewin. They got a Richarlison. They've got a Iwobi. Iwobi out of all the attackers I've mentioned. They've got a lot of quality, Everton. So I do think at home too, we're not very good at home, if I must admit, as much as we did win our last home game against Newcastle 3-0. I do think that this has a potential to be another draw or a loss. I do not think we'll win against Everton. However, I hope I'm wrong there. I hope we do beat Everton. After Everton, we do have a postponed fixture for Chelsea away from home. And to be honest with Chelsea, you've ever only conceded like 2 goals under Tuchel since he's joined Chelsea. So I do think that will be our loss, to be honest with you. You've seen the quality Chelsea do have. I wish we can be the first club to beat Chelsea, if I'm being honest with you. But will we? I'm not too sure. I do think we're going to lose that game, so I don't think we're going to pick up any points at Chelsea away. Sheffield United, they're dead and buried. I know they're going to be playing with pride and no fear anymore. So hopefully we can go out there and actually beat Sheffield United and get the 3 points there. I do think we'll win, and hopefully I am right. Leeds United next, and I do think we'll beat them. I'm not sure what the scoreline will be, but from seeing us play them at Ellen Road, they didn't really possess too much threat, and to be honest with you, they're looking very leggy, they're looking very tired. As much as they did beat Fulham, I do think we'll come at home and have a nice win there. Nice win at the Amex to get the 3 points against Leeds. Wolves away, we tend to do very well, so I've gone with a draw or a win on this one. We could lose, but to be honest with you, I don't think, if they had Jimenez, I'd be a bit more scared. Away from home too, we're looking more decent away than we are home. We've never lost to West Ham in the Premier League yet, and we've got them at home for our 3rd last game, and I do think we're going to draw that game against West Ham. I don't think we'll lose, just for the fact that we've never lost to them. Now, the last 2 games is Manchester City at home and Arsenal away. For Man City, I think we kind of know the result in this one. The squad depth Man City have, they wanted to finish the league in style, and I do think we're going to lose to Man City at home. We've got a poor home record in itself, and to be honest with you, I think it's a no-brainer. I think every Brighton fan would agree. I don't think we're going to beat Man City. Now, Arsenal away is a very difficult one, because imagine if it goes down to the final game where Fulham have to play Newcastle and Brighton have to play Arsenal away. I think in this fixture, if it does go down to the final game, we're either going to win or draw this, because it's going to be vital. It's a fixture Arsenal probably won't be too up for, because their league position in the Premier League, they've got nothing to fight for anymore. So I think for this one, we're going to win or draw against Arsenal to end the season. With the fixtures wrapped up, I think we'll pick up enough wins and enough points to stay up this year. So for me, my final prediction for Brighton finishing this season is going to be 15th. I don't think we'll make it easier for ourselves, but with Newcastle looking very poor, I think they'll get relegated and Fulham will stay up. Brighton, on the other hand, will finish 15th and look on to improve that next year. So then, boys and girls, that is going to be wrapping this upload. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like, comment down your opinions on Brighton from this season, and what do you think if we stay up? Where do you think we'll finish next season? Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, follow my Instagram, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, guys.